Hello, good day. Graham Wallace here, Belly Up Sports Blue Jays beat writer. I'm joined once again by Julie Mulholland, baseball intern with us here for a little while longer. Thanks so much for joining me, Julie.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, always. Made sure not to cut you off this time. So a few things going around Major League Baseball I wanted to talk about here today. The first one being the New York Yankees. They put together a streak for the ages. Yeah, I'm making that face inside too. 13 wins in a row. Their longest winning streak since the days of Mickey Mantle and those guys since 1961. It did end yesterday, but what do they say? They want to just start a new streak again. I don't know. I didn't see this coming. Even when they made those trades at the deadline, they got Gallo and Anthony Rizzo. I thought it would really improve their offense and give them a bit more versatility from the left side there. But I still thought their pitching was a little bit left a little bit to be desired. Are you as surprised as I am by this development of this red hot team in the Bronx?
Yeah, I 100% agree with pretty much everything you said. I was shocked to see it. I don't like the Yankees, sorry. So I was definitely rooting against them, and I was like, oh, well, that's cool.
No, yeah, no apologies necessary here. I definitely didn't see it coming either, and I don't know. It's something like the old Yankee magic. It seems to bring the best out in certain players. Gio Urshela was a guy who was floundering, and he found his way onto that team, and his career has just kind of taken off since then. So they're locked into that first wild card spot. Well, one of the teams that's chasing them is my Blue Jays. They've had a rough couple of weeks. They were finally able to win their first series in 2 weeks over the Tigers here. They're not really putting up many runs. I don't know. I still have some hope, but they need to win probably about 20 games in September. Do you think there's any kind of a pathway for this young Jays team?
I think so. I'm going to manifest it. I don't think they're completely out of it. I really don't.
Okay, well, that kind of leads me to another question. So you've been making graphics for my articles for the better part of the entire season, and I mostly write about the Jays. Every once in a while, I'll write about something else. Do you find yourself, I know the Reds are your team and you like Cleveland as well, soon to be the Guardians. But do you find yourself being like, well, I don't mind the Blue Jays. They're not the worst. I like them better than the Yankees at least, or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly doesn't take much for me to like a team better than the Yankees. And the only team I dislike more than the Yankees is the Astros, and we all know why.
Yep.
I do have a little soft spot for the Jays. I root for them from afar, from over there, but not really, but like I wouldn't be mad if they
fair enough. It's a pretty easy team to like, even for a biased guy like me. Like Vladdy's a lot of fun. Bo's a lot of fun. George Springer's been great when he's been able to stay on the field. It hasn't been, very often. Semyon's had a great year too. A lot of times it's the bullpen that's been the problem. For me, if they fall short and end up winning 87 games or so, that's okay. They've got some work to do in the offseason, and hopefully they could reload and kind of go for it again next year. I wanted to go over to the National League, and I wanted to talk about your Reds. I could see you representing there, and you have to be happy with the streak, the stretch of games or play that they put together over the last month and a half or so. They find themselves in the second wild card spot, and it's really been kind of keyed by the guy who's been there forever. One of my favorite players, the Canadian, the legend, Joey Votto. I know you've been to some Reds games this summer. You got to be loving the way he's turning the clock back on his career and really showing he's looking like a 26-year-old instead of a 36-year-old. And it's great to see. He's hitting bombs, and I saw a quote from him. He's having the most fun in his entire career. And that's so cool to see. What do you think?
I love that. Ever since All-Star break, he's really been revving it up. And it's so great because I got tired. Not a lot of people would say, but a few people I know would say like he's washed, he's just getting worse every year. Like it's time to hang it. I'm like, no, I knew he was going to have a better season. I always give people a chance. No one listens. And and not saying he ever did bad, because his bad is like any younger players, like really good. Like that's just how good he is.
Yeah.
And people just disrespected him so much. And now he's finally getting that respect back that he deserves, and it never should have left. And I love him. So that's really all I got to say about that. I'm glad he's doing what he's doing. He's doing amazing.
He sure is. I don't think he deserved any of that criticism. And, I also think that the guy's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
He's won the MVP. I think it was 2011. He's over 300 home runs. I don't know if he's going to get to the 500 mark. Not many people get there, but if you look at his, on base percentage, he's led the league many times. His average is always really high. One of the best hitters of this generation, and I think it really a class act as well. He even said something about wanting to play in the Caribbean World Series after the year. So the guy still has a love for the game, which is great to see. But bigger picture for the Reds, are you a little bit surprised by their run of great play recently? They've taken over the Padres, who are a much more higher rated team. You're already saying no. So you
No,
always had faith. You believed in them
no,
the
I've
whole
always had
time.
faith in them. And that's what's been so hard like the last couple of years because we either had like the pitching and not the offense, or we had the offense and not the pitching. We never just have both, or at least average. And like now I feel like it's all
Yeah.
starting to come together. And it's nice because going into this year, I was like, we have no excuse not, and I'm saying we, sorry if that makes people mad, but it's easy to say. It's just easier. Like we have no excuse to be bad or not make the playoffs in some way. Like there's so many good players on that team, and it's so nice to finally see them do what they're doing. And obviously, like, you still got the Brewers, but it's like they don't lose. For some reason, they just don't lose. Like, props to them though, but I'm I'm still not satisfied. Obviously, I don't think I ever will be because we lost the series to the Marlins today. So
Yeah.
interesting, I guess. I don't know what to say about that, but I don't want to be too mad because we're still, I think, 1.5 games above the Padres.
Last thing I wanted to kind of touch on is you actually. You had a viral moment. You went to the Reds Cleveland baseball team, soon to be the Guardians baseball game, and you had a viral moment. You were holding up a sign. I hope both teams have fun. It was in the pouring rain. You just had a hilarious expression, and you found yourself on MLB Network. Walk me through that a little bit. Did you expect to get at least on the jumbotron? Was that your goal? And what do you think about some of the reaction and the response? So, what are your feelings about that?
My goal every game is to get on the Jumbotron. I've been on there 2 times, maybe. Yeah, this season in Cleveland. And I just brought a sign because, well, I got tickets very last minute. Somebody actually gave them to me. So thank you to them. But
Nice. Yeah.
I really wanted, I was just like, I'm going to be in Cleveland Sunday for the Browns scrimmage, like the Orange and Brown scrimmage. And then I figured out, oh my gosh, the rescheduled game is on Monday. I'm like, it's meant to be. I need to go. I've always wanted to see them play each other because for some reason I just have it.
Right.
And I, I went, I was like, I'm going to sign because it's funny because they're both my teams and it's how I'm on Twitter. Like I always like root for them both, obviously. And like, it's hard for me to watch them play each other. It's weird. But
I bet.
yeah, I wanted it to, my original plan was for it to be an extra inning, really close game. Obviously, that didn't happen. But so my expression on my face, I did it. Okay, yes, it's literally just how I look when I'm just sitting here. That's how I look. But it was because of the Reds. I'm not gonna lie. They were okay. They just didn't show up to play.
No.
That's all I'm gonna say. But good job to Cleveland because they showed up to play. That's cool. I just wish it was closer, but doesn't matter. I had a fun time either way. That's all that really matters. And I
Yeah.
got on the Jumbotron and then I like tweeted that because a friend got a picture of me on there.
Yeah.
And then and a lot of people like that, they thought that was funny. And then I got a bunch of like messages as I was leaving the game because obviously like at the time like I didn't know because it was towards the end of the game, like it was right at the end when
Yeah.
I was on. All these people were like, "Oh my gosh, you were just on TV." I was like, "Oh no." So then they sent screenshots of it, and I don't exactly remember who sent me the one screenshot, but I posted that, and then somebody said I was on Reddit, which I don't have. It's the most confusing app I've ever used, but it's funny.
Yeah.
So I went on there, and that was funny because like they're like, "Oh my gosh, you're her," and I'm like, "Yep, I don't know what I'm doing." And then I got a message saying that they were going to talk about me on MLB Network, and I couldn't watch it at the time because I don't have it, and plus I was literally in Dayton, like at a movie theater at the time, I
Yeah.
don't remember what movie it was, but it was a good movie. Whatever it was, I forget. But yeah, so that was fun. It was a fun time, and I became a meme. And there's so many people that posted it like on Twitter and Instagram. I kept just getting tagged in things for like a week. I'm like,
Yeah,
really?
I was seeing a lot of you there for sure. Did you end up seeing the MLB Network clip eventually though?
I did see it. Somebody did see
Okay,
it, but a lot of people did, thankfully, because like I couldn't really technically tweet it,
right.
but like I was just like, if you have MLB Network, DM me.
Yeah. No, I ended up seeing it somehow. I think you had retweeted it and I ended up seeing that. So that was pretty cool. It must have been a kind of a thrilling moment for you. And you
Yeah,
got
it
your
was.
15 minutes of fame or whatever you want to call it.
It
So
was
that was
worth.
really cool.
I'm glad it was. Most of it was pretty like positive, like fun feedback. Like there's maybe like one person that was negative about it, of course, because there's always going to be that person. But a
Yep.
lot of people related to it, honestly. Like I know more people than like what people think that like both teams. Like I feel like it's not as to me, I feel like it's not that big of a deal compared to like if you like the Steelers and the Browns or something, like
Ooh.
that's different than liking two Ohio baseball teams.
Well,
I
it
don't
was
think
almost,
interstate
yeah.
is the same.
Well, I mean, it makes me think of like, what if you like the Browns and the Bengals? But that is a heated rivalry
Yeah.
within the division. So I think that's part of the reason why it became so popular and it kind of blew up and came viral because a lot of people could relate to it. And you just had this kind of just a funny expression on your face and the sign, and you were really trying and you were trying to keep it together and you were happy and sad at the same time. So it's just this kind
Yeah.
of different.
It's so hard because you want to be happy,
Yeah,
but like I'm also mad at the Reds because no offense, I know they could do better than that and they
sure.
should have won. But props to Cleveland because they did great that night. It was fun. Um, yeah, it was
Well,
a cool
yeah.
experience.
Well, it
And
was
I
always going to be like happy and sad, no matter what
yeah,
happened, right? I mean, if you saw, say, a 6-5 game that ended in the bottom of the ninth with a walk-off home run, that would be the best, I guess. But then you'd also be like, oh, the
and
team
I'm
that
really
lost, like,
sad.
or whatever, right? So that's
They
funny.
made up for it though, because I went and saw them 2 weeks ago, and I got Joey Votto to sign my jersey, which was the best experience of my life.
Oh, that's so cool.
I did not think he was coming over. I was like, oh no, he is. And I just went, here you go. I did not think I would do it, but I did it. And it was like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain that
Well, now
experience.
you have that for the rest of your life. You have
Yes,
that
I
story for
do.
the rest of
It's the
your life. Did
best.
did you guys have an exchange? Did he say anything to you?
Not really. It was just kind of like people were there. Like there's a bunch of people there just signing. He would sign
Bunch of
it. And I was like,
kids and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, just I happened to be right there and I actually wasn't feeling very good. It was really hot. I didn't eat or drink all day, which is
Oh,
dumb. But
geez.
I drove 4 hours. So like I got there,
Yeah.
went down to the dugout, and I literally thought I was gonna pass out, but I was like, let's wait 10 more minutes. And it
Yeah.
was worth it. I just something
Yes.
was telling me like you have to wait, you can't go.
So, would you say he's your favorite baseball player?
Definitely. He's been my favorite
Without a
since
doubt.
as long as I can remember because I've been
That's
a Reds
awesome.
fan for a long time. So Joey Votto, that's like the first baseball player I knew
Well,
as a
he
little
is the
girl.
Reds pretty much,
Yeah,
right?
like he
If
literally
you
is.
modern Reds, he's been there forever. So that's so cool for you. So Julie, you're going to be going on to, or you already are at Bowling Green State University,
Yeah.
and your last day as an intern here is, I believe, Wednesday.
Yeah, it's
Or
on Wednesday.
okay, well, I just wanted to make another video with you. That was even before I knew that, but just to kind of catch up on some things baseball and kind of put a bow on your internship here. It's been so awesome working with you. You've been doing a great job with my graphics, like I was saying, and we've made a few videos, had a lot of fun with that. So I wish you nothing but happiness and success as you go on with your going to finish your college career. And I'm sure I'll see more of you on Twitter and different social media platforms as you continue to make your path through this sports media world. I'm sure uh, I'm sure I'll see you
Yeah,
around.
thank you. It was fun working with you.